Hi, everybody. This is the Lucky TJ at Living Metaphysically. How are you doing tonight? What I want to talk about right away is what are some of the most popular quotes and most helpful quotes by Warren Buffett. And why would you want to listen to him anyway? Well, it just so happens that Warren Buffett is one of the he's one of the richest men in the world, and he made his riches by investing in stocks, and many people look up to him for very great advice and experience. So I've been actually looking up Warren Buffett quotes because of my own interest in passive income and investing. And I was thinking that, why not learn from the best? So learning is a really amazing thing. But since last year, if you're one of the kind of people who was like me last year online, um, and trying to get into different businesses, particularly crypto related businesses, and then noticing that there were people who were making money, but not but maybe you didn't make money, and maybe you tried all the different types of things like mining and then buying and selling of Bitcoin and actually other cryptocurrencies. Maybe you tried ICOs and other, it's just like all over the place, different types of ways to make an effort to make money. But maybe you didn't, maybe you weren't successful with it. So I'm talking to you if that's something that happened, because I can see that for myself. I never really made the life-changing income that I know is possible to make, and that I'm on the path to making right now. So let's go on with what's going on here. So, one of the major things about that I'm really big about is education. If a person can read and educate themselves, or then there's a possibility to have and create other things in their lives, from being able to be knowledgeable and then also take action. So one of the things I noticed, that it's taken me a while to grasp, and something that was a pain point for me, was that I was seeing other people doing things, doing something online, and I didn't understand what they were doing. So I'm going to tell you the couple of things that I've learned, and I'm also going to share with you a way for you to also get involved with a way for you to be able to do what we're doing, and to be able to, if you have the desire to create an additional stream of income by being online, you're going to have to do a couple of things. Well, you may choose to do this one thing, and that would be understand marketing, understand principles of passive income if you want to build and grow, and also investing. And so it's interesting to me that I found that when I think of the word investing, I used to think, oh, that's for other people, but you can invest in different ways. Number one, right now, you're investing your time into this video, and you're investing your mind into something that's going to be said. And this is something that we do all the time. Many people like you and like me are online looking at websites, learning information. We're investing our time and our energy, and then also our money. And one of the things you may or may not notice is that there's more on the internet than just information. People are using the internet to generate income. And how are they doing it? Well, they're doing it knowledge transferred into value for people to be able to read, and then they tap into it with some sort of advertising so that there's a product typically. So knowledge is a product by itself. Also, there may be other products that are related. So let me get to more of the point of what I'm talking about, because I was talking about Warren Buffett. And I want to talk. So I did a search today, but on Warren Buffett, and I came up with the 107 best Warren Buffett quotes. I like one of his quotes a lot, and that has to do with if you don't figure out a way, I'm going to paraphrase. If you don't learn how to make passive income, then you're going to work for the rest of your life, or something like that. And I have the exact quote later, so then we won't have to have it, with me twisting the words all around. But one thing, the reason why I have this on my screen right now is because um, when I pulled up this website, immediately it started trying to sell something to me. So I'm going to see if I can open your mind to what's really going on when you are engaging online, because somebody's always trying to sell you something. Well, often trying to sell you something. And you're going to see the techniques that have been in front of your face the whole time that maybe you aren't really noticing. So one is that when I first opened up the web page, within a few seconds, this email popped up and says, join 80,000 plus like-minded investors. We'll send you the best dividend investing and retirement content to your inbox. Enter your email. What do you think happens when you enter your email? And then it'll say, yes, join now. So if I was going to enter my email, what's going to happen is that now someone has captured my email and they can get in touch with me. So what that's all about is that now they have me on what is commonly called by people who do any type of marketing, any business needs a list. So I didn't know whether or not you knew that, because this is something I really didn't understand until the last probably 8 or 9 months, when I started hearing more people who are marketers of any kind, online or not online, would always say, if I joined some sort of program, they'd say, send this out to your list. And I'd be like, I don't think I have a list. And I have been in referral programs before, and I had a list, but I wasn't understanding how to use the list, how to build the list. So what is the list? The list are the people who I want to put my business in front of. These are people who are prospects. These are people who possibly would buy whatever it is I'm selling. So if you want to be successful in any business, you're going to need some sort of customer. And online, you're going to need some sort of a list. That is usually what people do. So I'm not going to put my email in here. I forgot what I did last time that I did, but because I'm going to get to the next topic, and that is, I'm going to go ahead and look at some of the great quotes. And not only are we going to look at the quotes that Warren Buffett has, we're going to take a look at what else is going on with this particular website, have it now that we're here. Because what happens is that it's called Sure Dividend. I'm not giving them any type of kudos or recommendation. It's just one that I saw first that had the quotes, and when I started reading it, I noticed that it had all these quotes. But look at what it's doing. So first of all, you can see over here that it's very, very long. So it's got a lot of information. Another thing that I noticed about this website is that the type is really large. Now, who needs large type? Older people typically may need it a little bit larger. So it tells me that they have an idea of an audience, a target audience, people who who have, first of all, it's about investing. So people have to have money in order to invest. Warren Buffett is an older man, And so it's probably aiming and targeting um, at least people who are of a certain age range or a certain financial um, range. They are, it's already knowing that it's going to be people interested in financial things, wealth building, investing, things like that. So I just want to point that out. And now let's also look at it a little bit here. It starts off, and so it's important. I'm going to wrap this up and tell you why I'm pointing these things out. But before you even, so I just want you to understand like what you're seeing when you are online that you may not be actually like pulling apart, because this information is really important. And I'll talk to you exactly why it's important at the end, because you're going to be able to use what I'm saying to be able to help you if you're interested in generating any kind of online business, because you're going to need some tools and you're going to have some knowledge as to how exactly people do it. So I'm just going to be brief about it, but you'll see like over here, they have the social media links. And here they're giving a newsletter. They have a members area apparently. And now they get to the headline of what I actually searched for, which was Warren Buffett quotes. And right here it says, here's a free bonus section. So, woo, they're offering something free. So here's this person who is unnamed. I've grown as an investor in reading this article, Warren Buffett's words of wisdom, blah, blah, blah. So here's what happens is that Warren Buffett, out of the 107 quotes, the author is saying that one of them sums up Warren Buffett's investment philosophy succinctly, and that is that for the years that he and his partner were investing, that they would select investments on a long-term basis, weighing in the same factors as would be involved in the purchase of 100% of an operating business. So, you probably already are aware that Warren Buffett and his partner um, make a lot of money in the stock market. So I'm not here to actually promote Warren Buffett, but I want to talk to you about online marketing. So you can read these things in this article. So he's talking about the basic wealth formula in Warren Buffett's $60 billion fortune. So that's a lot of money. So what could you do with $60 billion? Or what would you do with $60 million? So if you are looking for ways to make money, you're gonna for this brand new year, 2019, you might want to start like paying attention to what you're doing while you're online and what are other people doing that's actually being successful. So now, like I said, here's a website that has an attractive draw talking about a wealthy man, talking about what the wealthy man has said for these years, and you could get some information on how to follow some of what he's talking about. And they're also giving some free things always. So click here to download in the new tab. Whoops, I don't know what happened there, why it didn't open, but that's okay. Um, so they separated this. Is really cool how they made the site. They separated the categories. So if you just go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and go down the page a little bit. So Warren Buffett is a long-term investor. You may be into investing. I'm into investing. And so I'm going to go through and look at a couple of the quotes that I liked. Oh man, I didn't prepare as well as what I thought on here, but wait a second. Excuse me. So do nothing investing. They do nothing. Charlie Munger is Warren Buffett's partner, and they practice do nothing investing. They do nothing until a great opportunity presents itself. So that's patience. And that's one of the other things you may have too, is like the ability to be able to control your emotions. Everyone talks about investing in the stock market or any kind of market, and you actually have to. This is you have to control your emotions. You cannot let yourself be rocked back and forth. So they do not. So then they buy. They do nothing. Let the excellent business purchase at an attractive price compound their wealth through time. So compounding is another idea that really makes a lot of sense. That's how the wealthy get wealthier. It's by compounding. All right. Let me just look here at a couple of the other quotes. You only have to do a very few things right in your life so long as you don't do too many things wrong. Okay. So I was going to actually keep going down here. Sorry to be all crazy here. I don't mean it. But you could there's links here that you can look at. So one of the one of the things is I was going to show you how it's offering this site is offering you value. And that's important because I used to wonder, like, what does that mean? Offer value. Offer value just means offer something people want or people like. And you're gonna have to offer value to people if you want to be successful, because people are going to need to have some value from you in order to like you or like your product. So I'm gonna make this link open up in another tab. And here is more value. Because it's very important to understand this. Now they gave a little video with 8 rules of dividend investing, blah, 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 all this stuff. And that's all well and cool. So one of the other things so why am I telling you all of this? Because I want you to understand how information that's one thing, like on a web page, will have lots of other small way links and portal way for you to be able to get additional information. Like, see, here's another link, here's another link. All right, so this is all important, so just pay attention, hang in there. I'm going to wrap this up and tell you some more stuff later. All right, so here's something else that Warren Buffett, this is what he talked about as far as life tips. I love this one. He says he never doubted that he would become rich even at an early age. I always knew I was going to be rich. I don't think I ever doubted it for a minute. And that's really important. I think that if you know inside yourself what you really want out of your life, then you cannot have a doubt about it. You can't, because you're never going to get it if you're stuck in doubt. So you got to move into a place where you absolutely know this is what that I am going to do. And then move yourself into a path and a vehicle that's going to be able to get you from where you are now to where you want to be. So that's an inner game. And interestingly, Warren Buffett says things like, never give up searching for the job that you're passionate about. Well, you could just easily take out the word the job and make it be anything that you're passionate about. Because it goes on to say, people people he recommends that people do what they love to do. So, oh yeah, here it is. In the world of business, the people who are most successful are those who are doing what they love. So it's interesting. Here's another one that I really like. Do not save what is left after spending. Instead, spend what is left after saving. So there's a lot of philosophies about how to handle money that different people have. And one of the reasons to save money is so that you can have money later. So it's pretty interesting. Anyway, he talks a lot about Your savings should be invested into great businesses that will compound your wealth. Time in the market is more important than timing the market. The earlier you start investing, the more times you can multiply your wealth. And he talks also about personal development. By the way, by the age of 10, I'd read every book in the Omaha Public Library about investing, some twice. You need to fill your mind with various competing thoughts and decide which makes sense. Then you have to jump in the water to take a small amount of money and do it yourself. Investing on paper is like reading a romance novel versus doing something else. You'll soon find out whether you liked it. The earlier you start, the better. So that's action taking. So one other observation the author of this article is saying is that success is not measured in dollar amounts alone. Personal growth is critical no matter how you define success. You have to choose to make yourself better over time to get the most out of life. So when you look at yourself, have you been able to see that you are getting better as in time, and are you taking time to invest in yourself so that you can have your goals and your dreams? Because your goals and your dreams are totally achievable. Some people may be in different places where they think, well, I'm not so sure, or if maybe they think that they have to know the plan already. But most definitely, what you need to know is what your goal is, and then you have to know that it's going to work when you're open enough to be able to be given guidance to be able to move towards your goal. That's how you're going to get there. You may not have to. You actually may not have to know initially every little way that it's going to work out. You just have to know and trust that and have faith that it is going to work out. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. So, interestingly, it's like a lifestyle. You got to keep control of your time, and you can't unless you say you can't, and you can't unless you say no. You can't let people set your agenda in life. I love that one. All right. So, as I was going through here, I had found that there were a couple of other links. And where were they at? It's so funny. And all right, here you go. I guess what I'd done was maybe I didn't enter. I think I did. I entered my email into that first one, and then it went to another site, or I clicked on one of the links because one of the links was led to this. And I thought, okay, this is interesting. What is this? 7-figure publishing advertorial. What's an advertorial? Well, the combination of ad and advertisement and a tutorial, advertorial. What's that going to be? So when I clicked on, it was one of these in here that I saw it. I don't see where it is though. I'm sorry that I don't remember, but I did click on one of the links that was here, and it opened up because I thought it was interesting because it said if you were born after 1943, you might want to pay attention to this. Because for people who are older, they're going to be paying attention to Social Security, and you can boost your payments. So it shows a picture of these a happy couple with money right here, and it's saying that here's some sort of way that they're advertising and also trying to educate the reader, who is you, who is me, on how can you get an additional $890 per month for your Social Security. Maybe you're not Social Security age, but the point of what I'm trying to say is there was a link in this other article that led me here. All right. So the fun thing is, like, they're saying, here's a free copy of the book. So let's just see. If I click on that, then here's a free copy of this book. All right. Now, what is this? Best-selling author Mike Burnick. All right. I don't know who he is, but I looked him up. But so what do you think this is that we're looking at right now? You know? So it's got a video.
If you're retired or approaching retirement and worried you don't have enough
All right.
saved, then you'll want to pay very close attention to this short message.
Short. Let me tell you something. This message was not short whatsoever. This message went on and on and on and on. Like, it doesn't even show you the time on it, because what it's doing is it keeps on telling more and more. Matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do is
Because today
I'm going
I'm
to
going to
let you
show you
read
how
it,
to claim your.
because what's really, really interesting is it's fantastic for selling this book, a free book, Income Secrets. So probably what it is that you can buy the book, but you probably have to pay shipping. So it's like one of the things I've always loved, once I figured it out, was that I I always felt like, yeah, I want this. Like I want to be the person. I've always thought that, yeah, I want to be the person that has this kind of ad up, because this is an ad. Like, what it's doing is it's giving you information, and look at how it tells you, okay, this is what you're going to find out on page 23. Over the last 90% of world's self-made millionaires were created with real estate. It goes through and tells you on page 21, you can do this. On another page, it does that. I mean, I can let you hear a little bit of it.
Collect up to 4 times more rental income than your neighbors
So what
with
it's
just.
telling you basically is that all these strategies of what you can do, and now here's the backers. So if you click on any of these, then it tells you, it opens up, like here it opens up Forbes and tells you, okay, gold is finished an article today. And look, when I clicked off of the video, now it's saying, wait a second, hold up, a pop-up appears. Wait a minute, by clicking out of the page, you'll forfeit the chance to learn about this opportunity. Watch the video some more, or read the transcript, or call this number to speak to somebody. Wouldn't you love to have this working for you? Like, when I see this, I think about, okay, what is this awesome? Um, I think this is really awesome. It's like, what, I would love this. I would love to have um a business online that had this thing, which is a funnel, that sold something, and and had, but I really, although I am in IT, I probably could figure out how to do it. My point is that I'm involved in a marketing situation where I'm being taught, we're all being taught, like how to have a business just like this, where I can have a funnel, have a product, educational product, just like this. So actually, it's a little bit different, same but different, and make money. And that's what I am sharing with you. So, I mean, this is awesome. I'm telling you, this thing went on at least 15 or 20 minutes, because I was doing something else and it was running in the background. So, the little, I looked up this guy. Who in the heck is this guy, Mike Burnett? I, I guess he's some investor people know about, but everything that he has, that he's doing, is so professional. Like, look at this. Here, I need this. Trader playbook is something else. I don't like the money, blah blah blah. So I think this is how I got to it earlier, was by having opted into the funnel. But everything that people are doing online, the real marketers, they have a really good funnel. Ready to get this? Here's this. Okay. Here's another page for something. Another way. This probably leads to something else. And I think this is actually the same one from the other one. So on one of the links from down on the bottom of this one, was, where was that at? No, it was on the bottom of this one. Right? Was American Express. Oh yeah, here's how to claim your free book. One of these opened up for American Express. Oh, I know what I looked it up actually because it was from the article. And I noticed on this page, so I'm going to back to the topic because I got all, I just don't want you to be too distracted. Um, so when I was reading about Warren Buffett, at the top of the article where it said that he had started by investing in American Express and Coca-Cola and Wells Fargo, I looked up looked up the first one, American Express. And now look at this page. So let's say you're interested in finding out more about, this particular stock, American Express. Yeah, but Jimmy Nettie, look at all the sponsored content. So if you want to make money online, and you're really gonna have to start understanding advertising, because there's plenty of advertising. And one of the most amazing ways that you can actually market yourself is by advertising, but you need to have, well, not need, but but there has to be something to get people's attention, and that's how come people have these ads, and this ad is here, and then what you do is you offer something, and then which is of value, because this is amazing value, because here it tells you from the very beginning year of American Express, like that so it was around $1 or something, and today it's at 100. It was at 104 earlier when I was looking at it. So this is information I really wanted, but the information also leads to other stuff, and that's where people online people learn how to make money. It's by, like, offering something and then offering something to buy. All right, so after all that, what exactly am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about having a way for you to be able to join us and have your own funnel. Actually, you'll have more than one funnel. So you do understand what a marketing funnel is, right? So we just right here, I'll use pre-search. What? Oops, damn it. Hold up, let me refresh. All right. So let's say, what is a marketing funnel? Okay, so what's a marketing funnel? Well, the sales process, here's something that shows you pretty well. Sales process, I'll just click on this. Marketing funnel, just any of these is going to work fine. So you're going to generate sales. A marketing funnel leads, you need leads. Those are potential customers. Let me go back here. I don't like this one so well. But essentially what happens is that a marketing funnel is something that you use to market your product, your service, your company, whatever it is that you're interested in selling and making money from. So, a typical funnel is one like the stages here, digital marketing funnel. Okay, here you go. Typically how you build it, and then you are able to put it out there on different social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and LinkedIn. And when you do that, then you have to understand, like, okay, now how do I test it? What do I do? What types of funnels do we have? Do you have more than one? And so we're being taught this by the people that I'm in the marketing team with. And so there's several components of how to market. I'm loving learning how to do all this marketing because, and also I'm loving not only being taught it, but components of it are being built for me that I don't have to actually really start at ground zero. The funnels are being supplied for us. Yes, I'm paying. So yeah, it's not free, and it's worth every penny for me to be able to have my funnels built, have my then you need email marketing so that when you have a funnel and you get a person, you're building your lists. So your lists are your leads, and those are people who are interested in your product. Because we're all interested in something. I mean, every day each one of us goes online and when we look for something, and each company really wants to be able to get back in touch with you. Every single one, no matter what it is, whether it's a candle company, health products, or food. They all want to be able to send you, and you have already seen this, like, give us your email, we'll send you coupons, or when they're having a sale. So the fun part is you can be the person who is generating income by understanding online marketing. So that's enough. What I'm going to do is, if any of this has made sense to you and you're already interested, then what you can do is click the link in the description and you can join us. And if you're not, if you feel like, well, this is a taste of some information, I'm going to make some more videos. But what you can do is you can get in touch with me by emailing me. I'll put my email address in the description, and then and also, if you get in touch with me and you want to be added or make a comment on this video, like and subscribe to the video and the channel. Um, and then also you can ask me to add you to our Facebook group where you can see like what other people are doing, how it's all working out. All right, so with that, I am going to tell you my motto, which is question everything. I always conclude with this motto because I really want people to understand that if you don't question what you're doing and what you're being and what got you to where you are, how are you going to understand like what to do to let go of things that are in your way, or to take in things that can help you? Like, it could be ideas, it could be beliefs, it could be limitations. So question yourself, meaning look inside yourself, look in your own mind, look and see what your thoughts are, look and see what your feelings are, because some things may be standing in between you and your ultimate goal. And I was thinking about how much I passionately believe that your best life is totally possible. Mine is. I totally know that actually the life I'm living is so totally awesome, and I'm loving it. And it's still getting better. So your best life is in you, waiting to come out, and you can have everything that you want, as long as you are open to understanding like how to let that happen. All right. And with that, click the link in the description, make a comment, get in touch with me, and I will show you how you can learn how to make passive income via online marketing, which is a really great way, particularly if other things you've done haven't worked. All right, I cannot wait to see how many cool people that I'll be working with, and that is you included. All right.